While everybody is understandably upset about what happened at the Capitol last week, Congressman Adam Schiff is more sad than he is mad.
Look at the damage that was wrought in this House today, to this country today. Is that not enough?
Well, Congressman, I have to say that by Black Lives Matter standards, it would be what you would call a mostly peaceful protest, and in fact, really the most peaceful that this country's seen over the last year. But you didn't think that we would get through this week without the Democrats blaming their favorite boogeyman, did you?
Imagine if this were brown people. Imagine if these were black people, how they would have been treated.
No one can tell me that if had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting yesterday, they wouldn't have been treated very, very differently.
I actually agree, because the entire liberal media industrial complex would support the cause. Hollywood celebrities would be singing songs of praise for the brave protesters. The NFL would be kneeling in solidarity. Big tech would have released special custom hashtags. Fortune 500 companies would have bailed them all out and pledged tens of millions of dollars in support. And Ben & Jerry's would have released a special ice cream flavor in commemoration. Of course, this is no laughing matter. I'm just trying to lighten the mood, and the big purge continues. So I'm just glad to still be here. But if you like my Facebook page for the first time, if you just start following me, Facebook puts up a notice that asks people to think twice. They literally say, are you really sure that you want to like this page? And in case you missed my last video, Facebook has banned all posts that mention the phrase, "Op stay the eel stay," if you know what I mean. All right. Of course, I stay ig pay anlay in a idle school may and am a uwitflay, obviously a. Facebook executive Sheryl Sandberg admitted the obvious that they're not sure yet whether or not President Trump is going to ever be allowed to post on Facebook ever again, and if he is, it would be a miracle. Yesterday, actor Sacha Baron Cohen spent his day lobbying YouTube to have them ban President Trump, not just to lock him out of his account, but to completely dump his entire channel and all of his speeches, all of his videos down the memory hole, because he posted some new videos yesterday of him giving a speech when he was visiting the border wall down in Texas. And then yesterday in the evening, YouTube took some of those videos down, issued strikes on his account, and has locked him out of his account for what they said is at least 7 days. Of course, they said at least 7 days because they're having meetings about whether or not to ban him completely, because a strike only locks you out of your channel and prevents you from posting a new video for 7 days. So it'd be a miracle if his channel lasts another 48 hours. I mean, what's next? Are the Marxists going to start demanding that books be banned? Oh, wait, what's this?
Stop selling any of what? Stop selling any of what? Stop selling any of what?
That's in Portland, Oregon, where the activists are demanding that Andy Ngo's book exposing Antifa be banned, and of course, the bookstore bowed down and did take it off the shelf. But they're not happy because you give them an inch and they'll demand a mile. So they're still protesting at the bookstore because the book is still available for order on their website. Simon & Schuster canceled their book deal with Senator Josh Hawley because he contested certifying the Electoral College vote, and his book was supposed to be called, ironically, The Tyranny of Big Tech, and of course is about the big tech censorship and really discrimination against conservatives in most aspects of society, like academia, which involves, of course, the publishing world. He'll find another publisher and Amazon will carry it because it'll look really bad if they don't. But you better get my books while you still can. And the real test is going to be, will Amazon carry Donald Trump's presidential memoir when that comes out? Oh, you think I'm joking? Well, if you read my book, The Liberal Media Industrial Complex, then you would know that Amazon over the last 2 years has been banning books. And since that book came out, they banned another very well-known book by a very well-known historical figure that the Democrats often compare President Trump to. So who knows what the future holds, because we've entered the brave new world. And it appears that yesterday Amazon banned all Opstay the Eel Stay merchandise. A lot of people were selling t-shirts and hats with the forbidden phrase on it, and as of last night, it was all gone, and no news outlet had reported it, and so I'm assuming that maybe they just didn't know. But before I made this video, I just was curious because, like I said, I anticipate what's coming, and so I looked, and it's gone. Meanwhile, Eric Swalwell thinks that he's found a new conspiracy.
We need to understand, who was a part of this insurrection, whether there were people on the inside, whether members or senators or their staff were working in coordination with the protesters. It seemed just all too coincidental that they knew exactly where to go, and to see some of the rooms that were ravaged, like, the different parliamentarian offices, which I have a hard time finding.
How did they know where to go? Well, there's doors and there's stairs leading to those doors. Not to mention, Nancy Pelosi's office had a giant plaque outside, as do all members of Congress, noting whose office it is. You may have seen the photos going around of some of the protesters who decided to take Nancy Pelosi's nameplate plaque as a souvenir, which I must say was wrong and dumb. Most of the protesters who entered the Capitol building last week didn't actually know that they weren't supposed to be there. They didn't know that the doors were breached, so to speak, and usually protesters can enter capitals. You may recall the liberal media celebrating when a bunch of teachers' unions went to the Wisconsin Capitol in Madison and basically just camped out there and protest inside the building. Of course, the House of Representatives is going to vote to impeach the president again, and there are a handful of never Trump rhinos going back to their roots, and we'll see what happens in the Senate. It is highly unlikely that they'll get the 2/3 vote necessary to remove him, but there are conflicting reports about where Mitch McConnell stands on this, so it's going to be very interesting to see how many more turncoats reveal themselves. The reason they're doing this, of course, is if by a miracle they actually get 2/3 in the Senate and officially remove him, even though he'll already be, gone probably by that time, then they'll prevent him from running again in 2024. And also, it'll strip him, I believe, of his presidential pension and I think his Secret Service protection as well. It would strip him of all government benefits, essentially, and so he would have to hire private security from that point. So over the next few days, we're going to see who the real traitors to this country are, and some of them are in the Republican Party, of course. But I, on the other hand, support President Trump now more than ever. And it's clearer than ever just how fake and sinister the liberal media industrial complex is, and just how far the Democrat Marxists are willing to go. And in honor of the greatest president in modern history, I'm re-releasing my special limited edition Trump Silver Silhouette reflective foil shirt and the red MAGA Country reflective foil shirt. Unless Trump merchandise is systematically banned across most major online retailers, which it very well may be, they should be available through Inauguration Day, so get them while you can. I still wear my Ron Paul 2012 shirt. It's actually one of my favorite shirts, and so be sure to get your Trump shirts that I'm sure you're going to enjoy for many years to come. And if the silver silhouette design or the red reflective MAGA Country isn't your style, then I'm sure that you'll enjoy an Abraham Lincoln Trump shirt, a Ronald Reagan Trump shirt, a JFK Trump shirt, or any of my awesome designs. So be sure to head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below while you can and check them out.